I'm here with Vern and Bevan Howard, and I am really excited about a group they're going to be facilitating this fall called Welcome Home, the Wanderer. And guys, you have a deep personal connection to this ministry. Vern, can you share a little bit about that?
In 1989, I was in college education, and during the summer, we are asked to give devotions to our faculty. So it was my turn, and I got up, and I didn't say anything. I just started to weep. And finally, when I got a hold of myself, I spoke about Eric and being the wanderer in our family. And this started when he was 13. And in 2015, I was presented a book with the title, Reaching Your Prodigal, What Did I Do Wrong? What do I do now? And so on January 1st, 2016, I was asked to speak in church. And toward the end of my talk, I had 1,500 people in the audience, so I thought to myself, I'll speak about Eric and ask for prayer. So I did that, and I saw people in the audience weeping. So the speech was over. I sat down, and the pastor got up and said, it sounds like we have other families with the same situation in their family as the Howards. And so we're going to open the altar for you to come and receive prayer. And they asked us to come first, so we did. And when they were finished, we got up, sat down, and looked, and the altar was lined with families. So the next day, the pastor asked me to his office and says, we're gonna have a class. And I said, great, who is gonna teach this class? He goes, you are.
Bevan, when someone attends this group, what are some of the things that they could expect?
Well, first they need to expect that there's going to be a lot of, I can identify with you. And it's a very safe environment. By that, we try to be sure that anything that is talked about stays in that room. And change begins with us, really, first. Yeah. And that's what we're seeking for, is not the status quo, but change. And to realize that, well, for us, for sure, God was the answer to help us. And we had already been Christians for years and had what we thought was a very strong relationship with Jesus. And he had been so faithful. But when our emotions are involved, sometimes we have surprises with how we respond. And healing is possible.
Yeah.
Healing is possible.
Very possible.
And even with the healing, what's interesting about what you said and what they wouldn't know about is it's not like you have this story at the end where it's all wrapped up and you go, oh, Eric is totally back, and what does that look like? Like it's still processed for you guys as well.
It is still processing.
Yeah.
Even with change, there is still lots of processing.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess lastly, what would you say to somebody who's watching this video and going, man, I don't know if this group's really for me?
That's
what would you guys say?
I'd say, don't continue to do this alone.
Yes.
Allow the Lord and others in our group to help heal you.
That's one of the pluses, I think, with the groups that we've experienced, and every group's different, obviously, is that we learn to love each other, come beside each other, we cry together, we laugh together, we pray together, and it's blessed our hearts.
Right.
Anyway.